Hi dear students, in the previous session we discussed about the phycomycetes, example zygomycetes we took, and in today's session we will go through the next group of organisms which comes under the kingdom Mycota is ascomycetes. We will take up the next group of organisms called as ascomycetes. Ascomycetes are mycetes. Okay. So, these are the second group of organisms, and we know that by general classification. So, these are higher level of mycotans or higher level fungi. These are higher level fungi as it possess septa, as they possess septa. Here you can find that, say for example, this is a mycelium or a plant body of fungi is said to be mycelium, and if you consider this as a mycelium, there will be a presence of separate divisions, and in each and every division there will be a presence of nucleus. So, mycelium and a hyphae which consists of separate divisions called as septa. So, that is why these are higher group of fungi, right. So, here they possess a condition called, or they look like a sac-like structure. They resembles a sac-like structure. So, that is why they are called as sac fungus. I will show you tomorrow the fungus, sac fungus grown in my home. Tomorrow I will bring this and I will show you how it looks, and you are all very familiar with this fungus, but you are not able to identify whether this is a fungus or a bacteria or maybe the type of fungi. Okay na? So, ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಬಟ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದೇ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಇದೇ ಗ್ರೂಪಿನ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಟುಮಾರೋ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಂಗಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ there are about 2500 genera were there. 2500 genera were there. In that, nearly we can able to find out 35,000 species. 35,000 species. Nearly 35,000 species. And example for these are, example for ascomycetes are Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, or other example for this is Aspergillus niger, and you need to underline this as we are writing the complete scientific name. Here this Saccharomyces cerevisiae is considered as a brewer's yeast. This is considered as brewer's yeast as it is used in bakeries for the preparation of cake or bread. So, that is why this is commonly called as brewer's yeast, and it conducts a process called as fermentation, and that you are going to grow a dosa or idli batter in your home, and that is going to increase its size from lower to the higher portion of the vessel. When you kept in the night time, you are going to observe in the morning, early in the morning, you can find many bubbled structures which are formed throughout the night, and that process is called as fermentation, right. So, it helps in fermentation. Okay na? So, for this activity Saccharomyces cerevisiae is having vast or numerous number of commercial importance, either for the preparation of alcohol, wines preparation, or maybe for bakery products, cakes ಅಥವಾ bread preparation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನು. ಓಕೆನಾ? And other example are here also Aspergillus niger. It is used in the preparation of many of the chemicals or maybe antibiotics and so on. We will find out about these things in the economic importance of fungi. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, and the next property sorry, next example is Neurospora. Neurospora. So this is considered as an important organism for genetic and biotechnological studies. Sorry, biochemical and genetic studies. ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಒಂದು ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮಿನ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿನ ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರೋವಂಥದ್ದು ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಚ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಟು ಇನ್ biochemical studies and also in genetics. And Neurospora is a fungus which are widely used. So ಇದು ಒಂದು ಮೇಜರ್ CET question about these three organisms. Which fungus group used in fermentation, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, commonly called as yeast. ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ, ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಸ್ಪರಾಜಿಲಸ್, ನೈಜರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲಿಯಮ್ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಬಂದು ನ್ಯೂರೋಸ್ಪೋರಾ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ Morella, commonly called as Morella, and its genus is Marchella. So this is an edible fungus. Edible fungus ಅಂದರೆ ತಿಂತಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಫುಡ್ಡು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಎಡಿಬಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀರ. ಅಥವಾ ಕೊಕೊನೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕರ್ನಲ್ ವೈಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಡಿಬಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೊಕೊನೆಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀರ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರನೇ which can be used as a food. That's why it is called as edible fungus, called as Morella or Marchella. ಇದು ಜೀನಸ್ ನೇಮು, ಇದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕರೆಯೋ ನೇಮು ಮಾರೆಲ್ಲಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೆಝೀಸಾ. ಪಿಜ್ಜಾ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪೆಝೀಸಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಪ್ ಫಂಗಸ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗ್ರೋನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಹೋಮ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಪ್ ಫಂಗಸ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಸೆಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಕಪ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ತುಂಬ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ತುಂಬ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಟೈಪು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಪ್ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸ್ಕೋಮೈಸಿಡ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಿ ಕಪ್ ಫಂಗಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೆಝೀಸಾ. ಸೊ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದೆಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಇಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ದ other properties and also the structure, how it looks exactly, right? So we'll take few examples from yeast. First one, right? So yeast, it is just like a spherical body. First one ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು yeast ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು. Yeast, this is a common name and scientific name is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? and this is considered as a yeast, and in detail you are going to learn in your laboratories. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. and this is a centrally located nucleus, and this yeast, it goes on adding with the one more organism, right? One more individual cell, and later you can find that a budding parts, right? One more additional to this, right? Like this there will be the additionals, and here yeast is considered as a only unicellular fungus. Only unicellular fungus is the yeast, and it forms a process of reproduction by budding. You know so you are going to see the buds which are formed by on the parental body. You can find nucleus also here, and these are the buds formed, and this is a whole cell of a yeast. So this is a one example, and also the particular appearance of a yeast, and its scientific name is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. And next one example we will take up now, that is penicillium. So here it is penicillium, which helps in the extraction of an antibiotic called as penicillin. ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲಿನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸೆಪ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಮೈಸೀಲಿಯಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ fungus and it includes of separate divisions which are formed, right? So these are considered as a separate divisions, and in each division there will be a presence of nucleus. Sometimes it may be binucleate, trinucleate or multinucleate, and the one particular name for multinucleate cell is ಕೊಯೆನೋಸೈಟಿಕ್. ಕೊಯೆನೋಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಯೆನೋಸೈಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಅ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಶೋಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಪ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ಡ್ into many different units. This is going to develop into many different units as like a tree appearance. ಒಂದು tree type appearance ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. And later it will forms a very minute individual units. Individual units are the spores which are formed. Are the spores which are formed. Right? So these are the spores formed with each possess a nucleus. With each possess a nucleus, and here in these spores we can say that ascospores. As it is coming under the ascomycete, the spores are the reproductive units, are the structures. That's why ascus is a word to indicate the reproductive units. Ascus. And it is also termed as ascospores. Ascospores. So these are considered as ascospores. Ascus is a singular form. Asci, A-S-C-I is a plural form, asci. And later each unit consists of separate single structured cells where this possesses a uninucleate condition, and these spores are called as conidia or conidiospores. Each unit is called as, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು single ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, so these are called as conidia and the spored unit are called as conidiospores. Conidiospores. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೈ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ conidiospores and each unit is called as conidia. So this is a structure which will be observed or it can be present in Penicillium. Many different species are also there in the genus Penicillium. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದಿಷ್ಟನ್ನು. So this is a structure of Penicillium. We'll move to the one more type of organisms we have taken over here, Aspergillus niger, and there will be a same structure for all the Aspergillus genus. ಒಂದೇ genus ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದೇ ಥರದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So say for example this is a mycelium. It is not visible, I will write over here. This is a mycelium. I will take it in a single line. So this is a mycelium where it consists of separate units called as septa, and you know very well about the separate divisions. And later this will generate a one erect posture. On this erect posture there will be a generation of a bulb like or swellon structure. So this is called as a swellon bulb like structure. The same unit, septate divided structure, will enlarge its length or shape, and later it become bulb on the top, and this consists of again each spores on this. Those are called as conidia, right? So these are the conidia which are formed over this, and later you can find the continuous addition of a simple units on this. In the same way it will be there, illellanu hage irtade. I will write little bit larger one. Okay, so these are the separate units of conidia, and later it just adds on one more like this. ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಡೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕೊನಿಡಿಯಾ. So this is a structure which can be observed in case of Aspergillus niger. Aspergillus A dot niger ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? So this structure can be observed in this and there will be a separate nucleus for each. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? And you can find one more here. Okay. So we will find out the one more type. As it is having a erect posture and subterranean region will be there, and these are the unicellular microscopic structures called as rhizoids. These are root like structure, not exactly the roots. Rhizoids are the root like structures. These are unicellular root like structures present in fungi and also in case of ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ರಯೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್. ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬ್ರಯೋಫೈಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫಂಗಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ರೂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಯೂನಿಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೋಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರೈಸಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೈಪ್. ಸ್ಟೈಪ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ರೈಸಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ rhizoids are the unicellular root like structures which are present in the upper surface of a soil or on dead and decaying matter, organic matter anta helteve, right? So this is called as stipe. And later which bears a inverted bulb like structure and it consists of ascospores. Ascospores. Like this, and each unit is called as fruiting bodies. Fruiting bodies. Later these fruiting bodies will generate as a individual cells by asexual reproduction or by vegetative reproduction, right? So this is one example of ascomycetes. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು? So this forms a different appearance and the structures of ascomycete group. You may have to write a notes in detail regarding this one and we'll move to the next properties of the same ascomycetes. ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು? ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. I will rub this one. So next we'll move to the, sorry dear students, I just made a circle over here. So next we'll move to the reproduction. Reproduction in ascomycetes. So here reproduction in ascomycetes is of three types. First one, vegetative reproduction. And it is by fragmentation. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. And second one, asexual reproduction. And it's by fission. You know that binary fission and multiple fission. A continuous added conidia. ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕೊನಿಡಿಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್, ಆಸ್ಕೋಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. And those structures will get divided by binary fission. And later another one type that is called budding. And the best example for this is yeast. Third one by sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction in case of this is by ascospores, and here there is no separate male and female gamete. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, already you know that the absence of male and female gametes. Instead of this you can find that there will be a presence of positive strain for male and negative strain for female. Positive strain for male and negative strain for females, right? And you can find the process of reproduction is by ascospore, and these ascospores are called as conidia. And here the conidia which are present in the form of conidiospores. Spores ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಏನು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ conidiospores which helps in bringing of sexual reproduction, and this sexual reproduction will takes place by three different units or three different structures, that is clistothecium. First one, clistothecium. Second one perithecium, and third one is apothecium. See dear students, based on the different structure, morphological structure, we have classified the type of conidia into three different, right? The sexual reproduction will takes place by ascospores, and those ascospores are present within the conidia, and the conidia which bears a conidiospores for reproduction process, and these conidiospores may be of positive and negative strain, and here the positive strain acts as a male gamete and negative strain acts as a female gamete, and only by conjugation or fusion you can find the process of sexual reproduction, right? So here these conidiospores will be present in three different morphological structures. If these are present in the conidiospores which are present within the spherical or oval body, inside this at the central position there will be a presence of conidiospores, right? So this is called as a oval or a spherical body containing conidiospores, and the fruiting bodies which makes a elongated units called as hymenium. A fruiting body is called as hymenium. These are called as hymenium, and these are called as conidiospores, and which are present within the spherical body. Conidiospores present within the spherical body. And example for clistothecium will be Erysippe. Example is Erysippe. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? The conidiospores present within the spherical body with the presence of fruiting bodies called as hymenium. In all the three different type of conidiospore bearing units there will be a presence of hymenium, okay na? And the conidiospore will be present within the central unit, that is called as clistothecium. Example for this clistothecium type of organism is Erysippe. And next is perithecium. Here in case of perithecium they just look like a fruit. ಯಾವುದು ಪೀಚ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ ನೀವು, ಅಥವಾ this will looks as it is a inverted flask. So inverted flask type shape ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? So this is a inverted flask like structure where within this there will be a conidiospore bearing units on the lateral sides On the lateral sides there will be a fruiting bodies called as hymenium. These are the hymenium. Upon this there will be a presence of conidiospores. These are called as conidiospores, and in each and every conidiospore there will be a separate nucleus, right? So these type of structures are called as perithecium, and these are all present in claviceps and the neurospora. Example for perithecium type of conidiospore is neurospora and claviceps. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಲಾವಿಸೆಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. I have to mention one more part for this perithecium. So this is considered as a flask-like structure, and the central unit of a flask-like structure that bears an opening called as ostiole. This unit is called as ostiole. From this there will be a discharge or dispersion of these conidiospores for reproduction. ಇದರಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಆಸ್ಟಿಯೋಲಿಂದ ಈ ಕೊನಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಆಸ್ಟಿಯೋಲ್. ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಟ್ CET ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ perithecium, which part of the flask shaped conidiospore bearing unit forms a release of conidiospores? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಕ್ವಶನು? In perithecium, in case of perithecium, a pear shaped or inverted flask shaped fruiting body or conidiospore bearing body or unit which makes a release of conidiospores for the reproduction process. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಸ್ಟಿಯೋಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂರೋಸ್ಪೋರ್, another one example for this is claviceps. So these are the example. And the last one, apothecium which have a cup or receptacle like structure. Within this a fruiting body, hymenium will be there, and these are the hymenium and conidiospores. Besides to this, are in lateral position, there will be a conidiospores with a uninucleate condition. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ conidiospore bearing cup like or receptacle like structure is called as a apothecium. In case of marchella, ನಾನು ಎಡಿಬಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ತಿನ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಪೋಥೀಸಿಯಂ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೊನಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ಪೋರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ ಮಾರ್ಚೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮಾರ್ಚೆಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೆಜಿಜಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ conidiospore bearing units in case of for the purpose of sexual reproduction. How exactly the sexual reproduction will takes place? Immediately we'll go through this. I will rub this. Earlier we have discussed, so take for example, this is each separate unit for positive strain and this is for negative strain, and these has to meet for sexual reproduction. Later what happens? The extended portion will meet together and they will make a attachment with themselves. So these will be the attached bodies and with separate nucleus. Later they will develop a septa, and then after they will bring the unitement of these two to form a plasmogamy. ಏನು plasmogamy? Plasmogamy ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಯುನೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೈಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಯುನೈಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಬೈ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ದೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. and due to the presence of separate wall which are developed earlier, which makes the presence of binucleate condition of one cell, and this condition is said to be dikaryon. Dikaryon. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? And later this immediately undergoes karyogamy. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Karyogamy ಅಂದರೆ fusion of nucleus. So here we need to mention it in the yellow color. So this fusion of nucleus will later acts as a zygote. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇದು zygote ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Zygote, as it also possesses the other units of this. So zygote develop ಆದಮೇಲೆ it undergoes meiosis. Meiosis will be observed, where later the fused condition of a positive and negative strain will conduct some meiosis to form a 4 spores. 4 spores are formed within the cell, and later they will develop into a new organism. New organism ಅಂದರೆ septate. So again ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು septate ಬಾಡಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ಥರದ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸಿ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಸಮರೈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. ಆಸ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ male and female reproductive units. To conduct a sexual reproduction, they unite together by the process of plasmogamy. This plasmogamy will make a formation of a dikaryon condition, where 2 nucleus will be present within the single cell. And this dikaryon process, formation of dikaryon immediately undergoes a karyogamy. So this karyogamy means the fusion of nucleus. By the end of karyogamy, it undergoes meiosis and to develop a zygote into 4 haploid spores. And these 4 haploid spores will again develop into a new individual. In this way the sexual reproduction will takes place. ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ಕೋಮೈಸಿಟ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ? ವಿಲ್ Thank you dear students. We'll discuss the next type of organism in the next session.